Welcome back to Antigua Barbuda today. This morning we're going to be talking about Esports Club and competitive gaming. And joining me to tell us more about this is Mr. Elijah James, and he's a mentor at the Esports Club. Good morning, Elijah.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
I am very well. How are you?
Good.
So, I know that you wear many caps, but this morning we're talking about something completely different. So tell us, what is the Esports Club and competitive gaming?
So awesome. So the American Corner in Antigua, which is located in the National Public Library, is launching off a pilot project for esports STEAM learning right here in Antigua and Barbuda. And that is happening this Thursday. I'm super excited. For those persons who are a big fan of gaming and those who know me, I've been a gamer since forever. And we are looking to bring the benefits of gaming to help young people engage in terms of STEAM learning. And STEAM, for those who may not be familiar with the acronym, stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics.
And I know that the public relations officer at the U.S. Embassy is supposed to be joining us shortly. However, when we look at STEAM careers, we know that a study proved that secondary students across the island are not as interested. So what are we going to do to ensure that, they are interested in these careers? And is there an educational part of the Esports Club that will, tell us whether or not these persons will be interested in STEAM?
So a few years ago, we actually conducted a survey across the secondary schools and to find out where young people's minds were at in terms of their career paths. And surprisingly, many of them did not necessarily see STEM or STEAM careers as a viable opportunity or outlet. However, for the gaming industry, esports gaming, it is a growing, fledgling billion-dollar industry that is providing a lot of for jobs and careers, not just in terms of gamer yourself, but there are many other career paths such as publishing, design, coding, production, and content developers, influencers, and other persons to actually participate in terms of the job market. Larry, how you doing?
I think we're getting some feedback there, but how important are these careers to Antigua and Barbuda? Because we always see mathematics being widely used, science across the globe, but when we look at Antigua and Barbuda, as we would have learned from the study, persons may be more inclined to business. So how important is it here?
It is super important for young people to learn or even, become more engaged in terms of the opportunity market itself. But three of the kind of core agendas for the program itself is about educating young people, teaching them a curriculum that is STEAM focused, and also instilling life skills in them. So we want them to become better leaders in society. We want them to have better communication skills, engaging with each other. We want them to also understand entrepreneurship and financial literacy. And all these are things that can be taught through esports and gaming. If you think about the kind of energy that goes into playing a game, whether it be you are trying to outrace your other competitor, or if you're coming up with a strategy, you have to think critically. All of these different skills require you to be versed, and whether it be within mathematics, problem solving, using technology. And so esports gaming is going to be one of the outlets that we're helping to engage young people, particularly between the ages of 13 to 17 years old, to educate them and encourage them on how to become better in both their personal and professional lives as they take their journey through our education system.
Definitely. So I'm looking at the flyer here, but I also realized that Mr. Lawrence Soka, the Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy in Bridgetown, has joined us. Good morning, Mr. Soka, if you can hear me.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. And how are you?
I'm well, thank you. And thanks to Elijah James for being the mentor of our new Esports Club.
Awesome. So tell us about the partnership and what we hope to get out of the Esports Club.
Well, really, the rock of the Esports Club is our American Corner. The American Corner in St. John serves as an information center like a U.S. public library would in the United States. And so we're so happy to have the support of the National Public Library of Antigua and Barbuda, which has an American Corner section that is supporting this, along with our alumnus, Elijah James, of our Young Leaders of the Americas initiative. So it's a lot of different parts of the embassy and of the Department of State that are coming together to support young people. And as Elijah might have mentioned already, the purpose of this program is to educate, engage, and empower young people. And we're so excited to get started with this on Thursday.
Definitely. So Elijah, is this the first time we are creating an esports club and casual competitive electronic gaming?
Absolutely. And like I said, it's super exciting for me. Antigua and Barbudans, again, like I said, we've been gamers for many years, whether we play by a mobile, whether we play by a console like a PlayStation or Xbox or any one of the other systems that are outside there. But I think at the core of it all, it's really about how do we engage young people, particularly the program is targeting towards 13 to 17-year-olds. How can we engage them meaningfully that they can, again, become better in both their personal and professional lives? And esports is going to bring this to the table for them, as well as other opportunities, such as, for example, pursuing scholarships or education in the USA as well. So again, it's super exciting. The pilot is ready and geared. Super excited. We have young people who already started signing up, and we are looking to, make a big impact in terms of STEAM education learning right here in Antigua and Barbuda.
Definitely. And Mr. Soko, you mentioned that the purpose is to educate, engage, and empower. When we look at the amount of students we're trying to target, is there a particular number?
Well, we want this. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Elijah.
No, go ahead, Larry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that, we're starting with a small group of students who have signed up and want to be part of this course, and we want to see it to continue to grow. So what we'd like everyone to do is to get involved with this esports movements, and you can learn more about what we're doing and the esports community by going to esportclubs.org. So that's esportclubs.org. You can learn more about what we're doing with this group, with our alumni of our exchange programs, and hopefully we can see this continue to grow.
Definitely. We do want to see it continue to grow here in Antigua and Barbuda as well. Have you launched this in any other Caribbean regions?
This is the first time we're doing it in the Eastern Caribbean, and that's why we're so excited.
So Antigua is the first. Great.
Antigua is the first for the Esports Club. So I really want to give a shout out to my colleague Sabrina Foster here within the embassy, who's really been the engine behind this great initiative, to Elijah James, who's really brought a bunch of different pieces together to make this happen. And then I want to thank too the government of Antigua and Barbuda, and we'll be honored to host on Thursday the Honorable Minister Darrell Matthew. And so I think his title is fitting, because as the Minister of Education, Sports, and Creative Industries, that's what esports is. It's in educating young people through this model of sports and in a creative industry that's only growing. And we hope that the young people who are engaged in this will enjoy it first, but also learn and build community.
Definitely. So with all that being said, Elijah, if you can remind us exactly what's happening on Thursday. And I know that the program goes up until July 2022. So explain that portion of it for us. What happens during these months?
So the young people who have signed up so far, and those who we're hoping to visit esportclubs.org, they will have an opportunity to meet virtually every Wednesday and Saturday to engage in terms of training, engaging with each other. And we're going to have several tournaments, both locally. Also, what is going to be super exciting is actually competing in tournaments regionally and also with other players in the USA as well. We're hoping to be able to get some professional esports players from the USA as well to engage the young people here, teach them in terms of actually competitive gaming, how to even organize and host a tournament. And so that is going to run all the way over into next year. And we'll have a ceremony that will recognize all the young people who are going to be participating within this as well. I got to definitely give a big shout out to our friends and partners at Island Academy, who's actually working on pulling together a STEAM learning center with the support of our local tech association, Silicon Valley, of which I'm a member. And so we're going to be speaking a little bit more about that. We'll come back to you on that. But really excited about the fact that the esports program itself is kicking off here in Antigua and Barbuda, as Larry mentioned. It's really fun being able to highlight things like this for Antigua and Barbuda in particular. And again, for me, it's really about providing opportunities, kind of just like the Wildlife program, which I mentioned, the fact that the call is now open. And for anyone who is between 25 and 35 years old here in Antigua and Barbuda, they need to sign up for the Wildlife program. That's another opportunity that's offered by the U.S. Embassy Bridgetown, the U.S. State Department, to have an opportunity to get an exchange within the U.S., learn to help grow their business, and learn awesome, valuable skills. So again, I'm just really super excited. On Thursday, we're going to do the official launch. So pay attention to the media, the news, invites are going out. And just want to encourage as many young people between the ages of 13 to 17 years old to go to the website, esportclubs.org, and sign up. The program itself is absolutely free. And so we are looking to engage and help assist by educating, engaging, and empowering as many young people as possible through esports gaming, so they can become better in both their personal and professional lives, even potentially pursuing careers and within the STEAM learning sector. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Elijah James, and thank you so much, Mr. Soka. The American Corner, the U.S. Embassy, we appreciate your support, service to the Eastern Caribbean, and more specifically, Antigua and Barbuda. Elijah, you know that you do lots of work across the island. We appreciate it as always, and do have a wonderful day today, guys.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. All right, stay tuned with us here on Antigua Barbuda today. We'll be right back with much more.